Scotland since?
Believe it or not, I know everybody says this, but my very first away game, first game was 75 at Hampden, we beat Denmark 3-1. Peter Lorimer scored. I couldn't tell who else scored, but I'll never forget Peter Lorimer scored a raker. But my first away game was Wembley 77, and I was on the park. My dad actually had a penknife, was shaving the post, and a horse hit him in a black eye because the horse had right in the eye. But
do you think it's changed since 77 because of Maggie Thatcher era putting a ban in the Scotland-England game because of the England fans?
I think culture's changed in 77. 77 there'd be probably everybody probably, I mean I was only like 14, 15 years old, but everybody went doing it and we were like, there was no kilts and there was a lot of, you know, rough guys down there that saved up every year and it was a baby. But I think now that it's a different culture now with the Tartan Army and we're all different and we're here and I think we go and show it, we express our delight in being Scottish.
Do you think that the Tartan Army comes from all parts of society? Even the Chinese, the Pakistanis, the Muslims, all parts of Scotland that exist in Scotland today?
I think that's a tough one actually, but no, I didn't actually. I think it's a tough one. There's a couple of guys come, and well, not just colour. There's a lot of English people come as well now, and I think they all say they've got a Scottish dad or a Scottish granny, and they enjoy it. But I think that's part of the thing. They didn't want to go. Maybe they didn't want to go with England, but they enjoy going with the Tartan Army because they know, you know, they're going to have a good time. There's going to be no problems.
What about the Europeans, the Dutch, the Germans, and the French, and the Brazilians following Scotland?
Well, there's lots of them. There's Austrians. I know them all. I had a Bosnian guy stayed in my room last night. Mirza from Bosnia. I mean, it's like a magnet. They meet the Tartan Army and they're drawn to it. They love it. It's different. There's nobody like it.
What about Wembley in 1999? Wasn't that an elation when Don Hutchison scored that goal and we still didn't make Euro 2000?
No, well, I'll tell you what. Obviously I was upset like everybody. We were all singing and dancing at the end, but I couldn't believe it because we were all singing and dancing, but we were out, and it hurt me, but we still done our bit. We sang and danced, but inside it was sad.
Were you at the Scotland-Belgium game at Hampden when we were 2-0 up?
Yes, that's probably one of the most. I've never been at a ground like that in my life where 50-odd thousand people could be so silent. All of a sudden, the ground was dead. They'd scored and it's like nobody said a word. It was weird. One of the weirdest feelings I've had in my life.
What about the game in Belgium in itself? The away
game in Belgium was probably one of the biggest anti-climaxes that I've ever had in my life as well. We go there, 12,000, us probably more, 12 to 15,000. We had all the parties for 3 days up to in the square. And we go to the game and you put a performance like that, it probably goes down as one of the, forget Argentina, one of the biggest calamities and anti-climaxes you'll ever get.
Do you think Bertie Vogts is building for the future by bringing the youngsters in? The same way as the Irish have done it?
I mean, of course yes. Okay, Bertie, it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, as much as we all loved Craig Brown, he's a gentleman. Maybe that's what's wrong with Craig. He stuck by too many his old timers because he was so nice. He's that type of guy. But Bertie's in, he knows nobody, so he doesn't care who he upsets. He's going to bring them all in and bring the young ones in, and maybe that's what it is. That's what we need.
And obviously, fair enough, if we do get the beatings, eventually it will come good. We're bringing the youngsters through if the clubs get it right.
Well, I don't know about you. I reckon Scotland will come good. It might take a wee while, but we'll come good because, I don't know about you, but there's kids playing football, get training every week now at all the parts. McDermott Park, I've got my Bairns playing there. We never got that when we were Bairns. I reckon the cream of the youth will come through in a couple of years. I really believe that.
So you think the way ahead is bring the youth through?
Of course it is.